Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we have a ball game today. It's the Washington Senators at the Boston Red Sox. In the second of a three-game series. This being the first game of those games scheduled on September 6th in our 1969 replay. We have a 2 p.m. first pitch. I'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. And it's Kathy Harden once again. Great to see you, Kathy Harden. And it is the big man in Beantown again. And the post is up and it's good. Let me go with the opening lineups here as I drink my last cup of coffee of the day, then I'll move on. For the Washington Senators leading off, it's the same lineup as the first game of this series. The Red Sox took that. Del Unser in center. Lee May in right, Big Man Howard in left, Super Jew Epstein at first, McMullen at third, Bernie Allen at second, Eddie Brinkman steadily at short, Paul Casanova behind the plate, and Joe Coleman going for his 17th win. He's been a big surprise. He won only 12 in real world. For the Boston Red Sox, it's Sid O'Brien at third, Mike Andrews at second, Karl Yastrzemski in left, Reggie Smith in center, Rico Petrocelli at shortstop, Tony Conigliaro in right field, George Scott at first base, Tom Satriano behind the plate, and Lee Stange, who has won 5 this year, sort of a spot starter. Pitching and batting ninth. They're both right-handers. Settle in, folks. I'm looking for a nice leisurely ball game here. And once again, I thank you, Kathy, for the repost. It means everything. It means a lot to me, but not as much as just your companionship at these games. These games give me a chance to forget about all my troubles, to try to stop worrying. Oh. Got about 3 minutes till game time, folks. We are in Fenway Park. Two minutes till the first pitch. I have packed up all my cares and woes, and I've put them, I don't know where, but I suppose in the back of my mind. I have the game on the desktop, and I have the game on the big screen. And of course, we have the game itself on the real desktop. Welcome to Fenway Park. Any moment now, the Red Sox will take the field. And we're so glad you decided to join us. There's going to be a slight delay. Both teams and the umpires have agreed to a delay of about 2 or 3 minutes just to allow me to take my medicine. Just enough time, and there's no rush. There's no rush, folks. We don't do this for speed or anything like that. We do it purely for entertainment. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, that tastes good. And the Boston Red Sox take the field. It's Lee Stange starting for the Sox. Both pitchers went complete in game one of this. Lots of people were used in this in real world. As far as relievers go, I've noted it here. Some of them would be nameless. Players. The final score in real world of this game was Boston 9, Washington 5. We'll see what happens. And here's Del Unser to lead it off for the Senators. Stange is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Unser. That's 3-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to short, fielded by Petrocelli. He throws it to Scott at first for the first out, one away, and we are underway here at Fenway. And no one needs to know. Oh, well, she wrote it already. Kathy wrote, "Let's go Senators." I don't think there's any team she wouldn't root for over the Boston Red Sox. She's got that thing there. Well, it's one out. Here's Lee May now, the second batter. We have two Lees here, Lee Stange and Lee May. Two of them. Okay, Stange, ready again. Here's the windup. Uh-oh. Look how Lee May played in this game. Jesus. We'll let him have two at-bats. But he can't. Oh, no, it's against the right-hander. I'm so sorry. What am I thinking? Here's the pitch from Stange to May. What am I thinking? 3-7 right-handed. Fly ball to center. High and playable by Reggie Smith. He makes the catch, and there's two away now. And here comes the big man now. Big man Frank Howard steps into the batter's box. Howard, 2 home runs behind Hot Dog Jackson. Hot Dog has 50, and the big man has 48. And they both have the most in Major League Baseball, 1 and 2. Okay, Stange. And the pitch to Howard. That's 6-11 right-handed. There's a base hit to right by Frank Howard. Kind of anticlimactic to see him get just a base hit. It's a 2-out single on a 6-11 right-handed thrown in by Tony Conigliaro. And here comes Super Jew Mike Epstein. That was his nickname back then. I'm Jewish. No offense. Lee Stange now with Howard, big man, stepping lightly so as not to create tremors here in Fenway with a short lead off first, 2 outs. And here's Stange and the pitch to Epstein. That's 2-7 right hand. He walked him. Stange loses Epstein. It's first and second now. Kurt Miller notes that there are 22,121 fans at Fenway, and Art France is the home plate umpire. Great information there, Kurt Miller. A good crowd. Red Sox battling the Tigers for second place. First on second, 2 down. Here's Ken McMullen. From the stretch, stage. And the pitch to McMullen. That is 3-7 right-handed. Being held, it's a grounder to second. It's picked up by Andrews. And he throws it to Scott to retire the side. It was a 3-7 ground ball second. Ignore the plus with no one held or infield in. It's no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left on by Stange. We've gone 1/2 inning. It's Washington nothing and Boston coming to bat. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Here's Joe Coleman now. He's been the big story about this this Washington team with 16 wins. Right-handed pitcher. Sid O'Brien leading it off for the Red Sox. Here's Coleman. He's ready on the pitch. That's 4-8 right-handed. He walked him. O'Brien on first to start it off. Here's Mike Andrews. Coleman from the stretch. The pitch to Andrews. Whoa, he lays it down. The infield stays back. He is an A bunter. And that's therefore going to be a 9A. And he taps it to third for McMullen, whose only play is to first. So it's a successful sacrifice bunt for Mike Andrews. We have a special rule, and that is to decide whether the infield is in or not for a sacrifice situation. The white die is read 1, 2, 3 in, 4, 5, 6 back, and that's only on Bs or better. It's 1 out, O'Brien on second. Here's Karl Yastrzemski. Emmett Ashford, the first black umpire, major league umpire, I assume, is the second. Okay, Coleman. O'Brien on second, 1 out. Karl at the plate. Left-handed hitter. That's 210. Oh, it's hit deep by Karl. Into right center, very deep, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Karl Yastrzemski. He did it again. Two nothing Red Sox. I know, Kathy Harden. I know. Let's look at that again. 210. There's the 2. Against the right-hander. It's clear as the nose on your face. Looks like that's 38. Let me just double check here. That is number 30. Karl seems to be aging gracefully, doesn't he? Whenever I see him in pictures, sometimes it's about his son or an event at the stadium. That will put Karl past Willie Horton. They were tied for fourth with 37. Now Karl owns fourth place all by himself with 38. Rico has 35. In addition to big man Howard with 48, Mike Epstein has 34. We come back to the game here. 2-0 Red Sox, quick lead. It's 1 out, nobody on. Here's Reggie Smith now. Yeah, Garden, I'm not sure. I think you're right about the Giants. I'm not sure, but I know is his grandson. Did his son play too? Lord, I didn't know. I thought, what I know? It's already grandsons. It makes sense. Here's Reggie Smith. Coleman and the pitch. That's 3 right-handed. It's grounded back to Coleman. And he fields it, throws to Epstein, 2 away. Emmett was a contestant on You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. Emmett. Ashford. That is an awesome awesome and let's take a look at Emmett Ashford on You Bet Your Life. And that's the correct date provided by Kurt Miller. Okay, Joel Horland, thank you. Well, it's 2 outs now. And here comes Rico Petrocelli. Coleman now, he gets the sign from Casanova. Here's the pitch to Rico. And that's 5-7 right-handed. Fly ball center for Unser. He makes the catch. And the side is retired. But 2 runs knocked off, hit off Coleman there. On the 2-run home run by Karl Yastrzemski. He got a hold of one. Here's Lee Stange now coming out. He put 2 on, left him in the first. And Bernie Allen will lead it off for the Senators. Kathy Harden for the Senators here. Early 2-0 lead. We're top of the second. Here's Stange now. Wow, that's pretty cool. The pitch to Bernie Allen, 4-6 left-handed, walked him. Ball forward. You may proceed to first base. Oh, them base on balls. Bernie Allen on first to lead it off. Here's Steady Eddie Brinkman now. Stange from the stretch. And the pitch to Brinkman. That's 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. And that's the first strikeout by Stange today. Now here's Paul Casanova. Casanova steps in. One out, Bernie Allen on first. Here's the pitch from Stange. That's 5-2 right-handed. He walked him, Casanova. First and second, one out. And here comes Coleman now. 1 WR. He is a B bunter. It's Unser on deck, first and second, one out. The pitch from Stange. And Coleman lays it down. Now the infield comes in. He'll be a C, but it is a 4. 4C. It's top back to Stange. And his only play is to first, a somewhat unconventional call to sacrifice with one out. But that was Williams' call, I would presume. I'm not going to question him. Second and third, 2 down now, hoping for the clutch situation with Unser. He can tie the game with a base hit. Unser left-handed hitter. Casanova on second, Bernie Allen on third, 2 down. And now Stange, the pitch to Unser. That is 2-11 right-handed. Oh, it's a base hit to left. This might score 2. Allen comes home. Casanova not too fast, rounding third. With 2 outs, though. He was running 2-11 left-handed, left field. Casanova 1-10, 2 outs, 1-12. Yastrzemski -3, 1-9. And here comes Casanova, the throw from Yastrzemski. And he's out. So Yastrzemski has knocked in 2 runs and saved 1 run with a beautiful assist there on the base. And that retires the side. But it was 1 run at least on 1 hit, 2 walks, and 1 left. Middle of the second. Boston over Washington now. And here comes Coleman out. Here. Tony Canigliaro to lead it off here, bottom of the second, his first plate appearance in the ball game. Here's Coleman now. 3-8. He grounds it to short. That's Steady Eddie. Throwing it on over to Super Jew Epstein for the first out. I'm Jewish, folks. That was his nickname back then. It was a different era. I'm getting a very slow reading, frickin' YouTube, but here it is again. Christ almighty, the thing is buffering on my end. God damn. Fucking hate when that happens. Here's Tony, here's George Scott now. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch from Coleman. That's 2-6 right-handed. He grounds it to second for Bernie Allen, who throws it on over for the second out of the Red Sox home second. And here's Tom Satriano, left-handed hitter. He's the catcher. 2 outs, nobody on. Okay, Coleman, the windup and the pitch to Satriano. That is 6-11 left-handed, fly ball right X. That's for Lee May 415. F3, E14. E15, I'm sorry, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to boot that. Wait a minute, no, he's an E15. No, he's not going to boot it. He makes the catch and the side is out. So that's a 1-2-3 inning. Sorry about that error. Yeah, but it's 1-2-3 for Coleman. We've gone 2. And it is a 2-1 ball game. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. It's 2-1 Red Sox over the Senators. We'll be back in just Indeed, we will. God damn this thing. We will. I'm sorry, Kathy Harden, if I don't share your enthusiasm. Uh, I could guess what happens in that primary. I'm so disgusted with it all. Sort of disconnected myself. But no, look, I'm not minimizing, I'm not negating, I'm not disconfirming you, or I understand. I used to be like that before it's ridiculous. What also disturbs me is the endless punditry. I am your curmudgeon. I am the town cynic. I mean, I've had enough of all of that. The punditry is just, oh, there's a better shot. That looks better now. It's funny how things can, on my end, can be blurry. Oh. Oh. Are you talking 3 years? He won 62 games. That's a lot of frickin' games. Whoa. That is a lot of frickin' games. He's 79, still alive. Holy cow. My Lord, look at that. 20 wins, 19 wins, and 23 losses. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's I didn't realize that. He ended up winning 142 games. After about 11 years, I don't know what happened to him. His arm he gave out. He hardly pitched. He was probably injured a lot. Okay. That's what happened to him. And it makes sense because Billy Martin hates pitchers. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We're about to get back to this ball game. We're here in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Oh, I did not know that, Joel. And we got a 2-1 ball game. Yeah, Jamie, be careful what you wish for. But, Williams was not a bastard, a complete bastard. I don't know what he was really like in his private life. But as a manager, he didn't do anything like that. And he's overperforming in our league. I wish I knew how many losses he has. I don't have in our replays. 116. I don't keep losses in this replay. In future ones, I will. I don't have the time to do much stats. I do for individual leaders, home runs, and wins. We move to the top of the third. It's Stange on the mound again. He allowed 1 run, the clutch 2-out hit single by Unser, and Casanova was thrown out coming home on a 1-9 chance. He was thrown out by Karl at -3. He's a 1-10. It was +2, 12, -3, 9 with Yaz's arm. And they sent him. Anyway, we move to the top of the third, and it's Lee May now leading it off. He flew to center in the first. Here's Stange. And the pitch to May. That's a 5-6 left-handed. Grounds it to first for George Scott. And he takes it to the bag. 1 out. And here comes the big man. Big man singled in the first. Okay, Stange is ready to pitch to the big man. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's 6-5 right-handed. He flies it to left for Karl, and it's 2 away. Now Mike Epstein. Stange gets the sign from Satriano. The pitch to Epstein. That's a 1-7 right-handed. Grounds it to first. Again for Scott. And he takes it to the bag. And that's there a 1-2-3 inning for Lee Stange. And we're in the middle of the third. 2-1 Boston. Joe Coleman facing Stange for the first time, bottom of the third. Red Sox lead by 1. Here's Coleman. That's 3-7, and he hits it to second. A ground ball. Bernie Allen picks it up, throws over to Epstein. 1 away. Top of the order, Sid O'Brien. .39 right-handed. Oh, it's hit deep by Sid. Oh, Sid. Oh! It's off the wall. Oh, I can't believe I was even born. A triple by O'Brien. Let's look at that again. Oh, my. And I just get thoughts like I just can't believe I was born in the first place. That one sperm. You know, that's why it happened. It's not a soul that survives the death of the body. Just kidding. Meaning, whatever you believe. I'm being very bizarre right now. Let's look at that again. It was a 3-9 right-handed. Look at that juice right there. 1-18 gone. It was I didn't look. And then I looked. I see it's a 20. That is a frickin' triple by O'Brien. My Lord. Whoa. That's frickin' gonna blow my frickin' mind. Blow my frickin' mind, won't you? Oh. And Andrews will be coming up now. Okay, it's O'Brien on third here. He had 5 triples. Here's Mike Andrews now. I guess they have a fly ball can do it. Got 2 chances. Karl on deck. I don't freaking care. I mean, I would have liked to see Washington be winning for Kathy Harden, but this freaking game. Here's Coleman now. The pitch to Andrews. That's 1-3, right-handed, grounds it back to Coleman, and he holds O'Brien. Throwing Andrews out at first base. Huge. You sure can't walk Karl coming up with Reggie Smith on deck. 3-0 frickin' 925 home runs. And then after that, that's Rico. So one more shot at it. Here's Karl now. He already has a 2-run home run. Coleman trying to settle it down here. Get out of this. Here's the pitch to Karl. That's 3-6. And it's a liner to second, caught by Bernie Allen. And the side is retired. Woo! It was a 3-6 right-handed. Single went to 6, but it was a 13, people. Bernie Allen got to that. So we say that no runs, we'll call that, on one big triple, a one-out triple by Sid O'Brien, and he was left on base. We move to the top of the fourth. Here's Lee Stange, retired. The side in order. In the third, here's Ken McMullen to lead it off. Stange. The pitch to McMullen. That's 2-11, right-handed, pops it up, third base, foul territory. Foul of third. Under it is O'Brien, and he makes the catch. Plenty of room. And now Bernie Allen, left-handed hitter. One out here, top of the fourth. Washington trails by 1. Here's Stange. Stinger into his windup and the pitch. That's 3-7 right-handed. He flies it to center. Playable by Smith, 2 down. Thank you, Kurt Miller. Some of you can't read the chat when you first watch this on demand. It takes a day. He says Lee Stange's nickname is Stinger, so Stinger with 2 down. Stinging it so far. Here's steady Eddie Brinkman. Now Stange shakes off a sign from Satriano. Now he's set. Stinger winds and deals. And that is a 3-8 right-handed, grounded to short for Rico. Ow. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Stange. Stinger really stinging now. 6 in a row. I don't even know if we call this out the last out. So actually that would be, but that's not really an out on a base hit like that. You don't, one of those real obscure things. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Here's Coleman. Reggie Smith leads it off. It's Rico and then Tony. Where did I put that that guy? There he is. He's out of order by accident. Here's Reggie now. Switch hitter, batting left. Coleman winds and the pitch. That is 5-10. Switch hitter batting left. Fly ball right. It's deep but playable. Tony Lee May under it, and he makes the catch. So Rico flies to right. It was a 5-10 left-handed. Very nice. Very, very nice out. And here's Rico. Coleman. And the pitch. That's 4-7 right-handed, and he struck him out. That's his first strikeout today for Joe Coleman. Hoping Joe will settle down now. Here's Tony. Actually, he's pitched very well, other than a little triple to O'Brien. That's since the first, when he allowed the 2-run 2 years. Here's Coleman and the pitch to Canigliaro. That's 3-4 right-handed. Popped him up to short. Steady Eddie under it. Yeah. And he makes the catch. Woo! And we've gone 4 here. This is our 1969 replay. It's Boston 2, Washington 1. Second of a 3-game series. Red Sox took the first game. This is the first game in all games scheduled on September 6, 1969. It's pen and fever time. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes, please. I think I just got a robocall or something like that. I freaking hate when that happens. It's just a little reminder of we think we're safe. And then my curiosity, my worry gets the best of me, and then I go listen if it's a voicemail. There is a voicemail. And this thing seems to survive. But hang on, folks. We're going to head to the top of the 5th in a minute. We're just going to check this shit out. Hey, I'm back. It was pure excrement, spam excrement. And I hate when that happens. That's a nasty frickin' thing. I'm holding on tight, folks. I'm holding on tight. Terrorized in life. But I want to tell you this one thing tonight. I might just do a space, a Twitter X space, the audio only, of the greatest speeches by Martin Luther King Jr. I might do that for a limited time. Not keep it on all night, which is insane. And I might do it off my TV. So that the sound is better. Hey, folks, we're back. You know, folks, his speeches are amazing. You've got to stop and listen to. I mean, first of all, I've been to the Mountaintop speech, which was the night before or the night he was assassinated. Was his last speech. I think it's his best. The I Have a Dream speech is great. But there's other speeches. It's sort of I Have a Dream was actually a incredible paraphrasing of many people and resulting synthesis. But but I've been to Mount Top. What's your blueprint of life? The three evils of society. He was a great frickin' speaker, I'll tell you that. He really was a giant of a person, but he was actually short in stature. I think he was 5'7". I never knew that. You see, I always thought as a kid growing up, never really managed to find out how tall he was, and I would say, well, he's got to be a big guy. You know, he's got to, he's got to be at least 6 feet. He's such a big man. But no, he's actually short in stature, but he is an amazing, probably one of the two greatest United States of Americans in history, the other being Lincoln. And both of them, metaphorically, are America's Christs. They both died for our sins. And they are the greatest. Well, we're back here at Studio B. I'm sorry for that diversion. And I'm feeling good about the game. I'm pacing myself. And it's actually a very good game. I didn't even think Kathy would say the same. The Stinger, Lee Stange, or just Stinger, and the Red Sox leading 2-1. It was the 2-run home run by Karl in the bottom of the first off Joe Coleman. And then the Nats scored a run with a clutch 2-out single by Unser. Casanova was thrown out by Karl trying to stretch from second. I mean, you could say stretch from third. I really say make it stretch that he would score from having been on second. That's the way I like to think about it. We all know he's on frickin' third. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and here comes Lee Stange, the Stinger. I don't know if it's the Stinger or Stinger, because Kurt Miller in his text said his nickname is Stinger. He didn't say the Stinger. There's a big difference. It's a whole world of difference. As Casanova, thrown out at home, he had walked, went to second on a sacrifice. Bernie Allen scored, but he tried to come home. It was a 1-9, if you remember. Okay, here's Stange now. And the pitch to Casanova. That is 4-9 right-handed. Oh, Lord, that's hit well. And it's into the gap for Casanova. A lead-off double. Lord. It almost left this ballpark. That's 4-9, right-handed. That's end home run 1-9, people. And he's got, he does not have the power. So you see, paradoxically, it's better that it was 11 because it would have been a single. So Casanova leads off with a double. Here's Coleman now. He had a sacrifice bunt in the second. Stange from the stretch with Casanova on second, the tying run. The pitch to Coleman. Whoa, he lays it down. He's a B bunter. He will stay B7, a beauty. Oh, and a beauty call by Ted Williams, if I say so myself. It's hit to first. And George Scott can only take it to his own bag there. As Casanova, who is not known for speed, makes his way to third. It's 1 out. Now fly ball can bring him home. Here's Del Unser. One of the unsung great players. I don't mean to say he's great. I mean, if you technically want to say it, he's above average. Okay. I say he's slightly above average. Anyone who hits 286 and is a 2 and a 1 to 15 and a -2 arm is above average. I don't know, how crazy about it you want to be, but, Here's Unser now. Casanova on third after the sacrifice. He opened up with a double. Nats down by 1. And I get an annoying text telling me my medicine is ready. Got you back with reminders. Okay. Here's Stinger now. The pitch to Unser. That's 212, right-handed, walked him. Oh, he lost him. Unser goes to first here. The way I look at it is that sets up a double play ball. I think, the way I like to think. But here's Lee May now. He's also a left-handed hitter. Big man on deck. Epstein in the hole. It's just one out here. Big situation here. Okay, Stange. And the pitch to May. That's 6'5" left-handed. Grounds it to second. Stepping on the bag, Andrews throws it over to Scott. Double play. Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my. 6'5" left-handed. Ground ball second A. He took it himself. That's a classic Andrews step on the bag, double play. I'm so sorry, Caviar. But it's no runs, 1 hit, the leadoff double by Casanova. Left on base. We're in the middle of the 5th, and it is still a 2-1 ball game. Here's Coleman now. I feel good about Coleman, that he'll keep the Nats in this ball game. And George Scott is coming up, not George C. Not George C. Scott. Do you know that during breaks or downtime, George C. Scott and Sidney Kubrick would play chess on the sets? You know that's in Dr. Strangelove. He played the crazy general who wants to nuke George C. Scott. And also, he fucked with his head. I don't want to get into it, as some of you may not be interested, but there's a story, if any of you want to hear it, let me know in the text, where Kubrick really fucked with George C. Scott's head as a director, making him do certain types of scenes over and over. And if you want, I would let you know. Well, it's the bottom of the 5th, and it's going to be the bottom of the order, even though Scott's a good hitter. George Scott, not George C. Even though he only hit 253. Here's Coleman now, facing Scott. That's 4-7 right-handed, struck him out. That's the second by Joe Coleman. Now Tom Satriano, left-handed hitter. That's 4-9 left-handed, walked him. Let's see what the Red Sox do. With Stange bunt, maybe. He's an A frickin' bunter. No, they're not going to copy them. Stange hitting away here. The pitch from Coleman, I let you know. That's going to be 2-5, struck him out. It's a intuitive gut kind of. That's the 3rd strikeout. And he's striking people out now. Here's Sid O'Brien, who tripled. A gut intuition of things of how I play games. With the intent of maintaining total neutrality total neutrality, doing everything for both teams. I have separate roles on the white die for some situations to see if the infield's in or back, because I can't do that with my head. Talking about, for example, when bunting on B's and better, and also when whether to hold with a B, because A and better are held. Unless you have a very good reason. I guess you could have a reason not to hold somebody, like you leading by 9 runs and there's a runner on first with 1 out. Better chance of getting a double play. Sid O'Brien with 2 outs and Satriano on first. He walked. Here's Coleman now. And that's 5-6 right-handed, and he flies it to right. That's a can of corn. May under it with the apron and cashes it off the shelf. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk left on. We've gone 5. It's 2-1 Red Sox. Moving to the top of the 6th now. Here comes Stinger Stange. And he's going to have the pleasure of facing Big Man, Epstein, and McMullen. McMullen's pretty good. Okay. And here comes the big man coming up to the plate. Oh, he's a very big man, folks. He's stepping over to the plate now. Moving the earth. And now Epstein. Howard, are you getting impatient? I'm sorry, Kathy Horton. Maybe not. Here's big man Howard to lead it off, top of the 6th. Stange the pitch to Howard. That's 4-8 right-handed. Oh, it's a drive hit out into the gap. And it's a double for the big man. Huge. Huge double for the big man. That's a 4-8 right-handed, doubled off Stange. Okay, I don't drink beer. Now here comes Super Jew Epstein now. I like to always add, I'm Jewish, that's what he was called back then. It's different era. Doesn't bother me. Here's Stange now. From the stretch with big man on second. The pitch to Epstein. 4-10 left-handed. Oh, chops it to second. Andrews has it. Holds the big man. Whoa, holds him. He's a big man. He ain't going nowhere. It's 1 out. Oh, Lord. Here's Kenny McMullen. They're just not putting those hits together. McMullen grounded to second in the first. Stange. That's 210 right-handed, grounds it back to Stange, and holds big man. Throws him out at first, 2-away. Isn't that a shame? Big man Howard with a leadoff double. Now it's 2 outs. Stange can get out of this. Bernie walked and scored on Unser's single. The only run separating these clubs. Clutch situation for Bernie, and the pitch from Stange. That's 3-2 right-handed. Oh, he grounds it to first, and Scott has it and takes it to the bag. So it's no runs. The leadoff double by big man Howard left on. Still 2-1 Red Sox. In the middle of the sixth, by the way, 3-2 right-handed shows plus injury. We ignore that. We ignore the plus injury because the injuries are built into the game. Because we use Baseball Reference, we use the exact lineups. If the folks aren't in the roster, we will use nameless players and so forth. So it's actually built in the game. We have people injured. Rick Monday's out till the middle of September. Carew was out for a while, and then he came back a couple games. He's out again, but I saw he's coming back. We got other people out. Dick McAuliffe hasn't played since April. I think he broke his wrist or fractured his wrist or something. Okay, we're heading to the bottom of the sixth. And Coleman has been effective. Since allowing the 2 runs in the first, he's been effective. Is going to be Mike Andrews leading it off here. Coleman on the mound. That's 211 right-handed. Oh, it's a base hit by Andrews. So Andrews with a frickin' single. He hit 293. Look at that. With 15 blasts. Okay, here's Karl now. Coleman from the stretch. That is 5'8" left-handed. Oh, it's a base hit by Karl. Andrews rounds second, goes to third, so we've got some trouble brewing here. Joe's first endurance inning is the 7th. There is action, especially since all these people, including nameless players, came in. And right now, what I'll tell you, I go with the real people first. Not the, you know what I mean. Where's Baldwin? Here he is, Dave Baldwin. A right-hander is warming. And so is Barry Moore, a left-hander, and I like it because Barry Moore has emphasis as a starter. He did have 25 starts, and that he's used as a reliever is a very helpful guideline to know when you can use him with the rotation. So these 2 guys are warming. And it's very unfortunate. Coleman, first and third, nobody out. Reggie Smith. Coleman. That's 210 right-handed. Oh, it's hit deep. It's hit deep by Reggie to left. I'm sorry, Kathy. The big man watches it go over. It's a 3-run home run by Reggie Smith. And the fans are cheering loudly. I am sorry. Let's look at that again, folks. 210 right-handed, home run 1-18. And it was a 14. They have some 25 home runs. That was a home run. off Coleman. And that's it for Coleman. Ted Williams is coming out. That's it for Coleman. Dave Baldwin is coming in. We're going to have a break in the action. Baldwin coming in for Coleman. We got a, oh, I forgot to add the number for Yaz. Bear with me, please. Just update our home run. Sorry, Kathy, it's a shitty game. I am so sorry. That was the 38th for Karl, and this one by Reggie is huge. It makes it a 5-1 ball game. And that's number 26. So he's going ahead. He had 25 real world. He's going ahead of, let me see where that puts him on the leaders. Oh. No, he doesn't even make the list. But that is his 26th home run. Yeah, Kathy Harden fuming. Coleman is out. Ted Williams calling for the right-hander. Dave Baldwin taking his warm-ups. We just did it for realism because his fatigue was not reached. Ow. Coleman pitched 5 innings. 5 hits, 2 of them home runs. A 2-run to Karl, a 2-run to Smith. It's that simple. And that makes the score 5-1. And Dave Baldwin comes in, and it's nobody out. Okay, here comes Rico. Baldwin is ready. That's 1-9 right-handed. That's hit deep by Baldwin. Oh, it hits the wall and it's a double. That almost left the ballpark. Let's look at that again. 1-9 right-handed. Rico. Home run 1-15. It was a 16. Gosh darn it. I don't think the Red Sox or Rico are terribly upset. It hit the wall, almost went. That fucking hit the wall. That freaking hit the left center field wall, and Big Man couldn't get it. Unser ran up to it. Big Man. God knows where the ball would go if he ran up to it, the pounding. But anyway, Rico on second, no, still nobody out here. And here's Tony now. Baldwin. That's 3-4 right-handed. He popped it up to short for Brinkman, 1 down. What a game. George Scott now. That's 3-7 right-handed, fly ball left. Howard comes over to it and makes the catch, 2-way. And here comes Tom Satriano. Pitch from Baldwin. That's 5-10 left-handed, fly ball center. Routine for Unser. And the side is retired. So Baldwin he lets up a double, but I don't know how long he's going to last. They just brought him in 3 freaking runs. on another home run. This is a 3-run home run by by Reggie Smith. I mix them all up because and now it's 5-1 Boston. And come on, folks, let's admit it. Let's admit it to ourselves that if you want the Senators, this game sucks. This game frickin' sucks. Ted a bat. I don't. Oh, fine Ted a bat. Yeah, absolutely. Folks, Jeffrey Guterman and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm going to take a little break here for 2 or 3 minutes. I hope that's all right with everybody. A respite from the respite. That's what I was trying to get at. Folks, I gotta tell you, I'm doing pretty good with today's game in spurts, 3-inning spurts, but I don't take things well, folks. I don't take anything well. I don't take any sort of uncertainty well. And I am going through an existential despair developmentally at this stage in my life. Let's just say I'm not aging gracefully. And I'm basically an unhappy person, but I try my best to have a good time when I can. Well, I wouldn't say that. I try my best to cope. This is one of the things I do. I do Strat-O-Matic. Ooh. Ah. Oh. God almighty. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord almighty. That's pretty wild. I should consider myself lucky. We've only had one X roll in the whole game. Look at that. And we're already heading to the top of the seventh. Oh, Lord. At least it's later in the afternoon. Oh. Whew. Hey, we're back. We're back at Studio B here in Fort Lauderdale for the ball game. It's a 5-1 ball game. It's been Stange holding the Red Sox to one run. Eddie Brinkman leads it off for the Senators. Here's the pitch from Stange. That's 3-7 right-handed. Flies to center, 1 out. Now Casanova. Baldwin has not come out. There'll be a hitter. That's 3-10 right-handed, and that is a drive hit out by Casanova, and that's going to be his second double of the day. But this game frickin' sucks anyway. Now there'll be a hitter for Baldwin. This is how you play Strat-O-Matic. The moods. I'll use people who are in the roster before I start going to nameless players. It'll be Barry Moore. I would do so if needed, though. Barry Moore warming, a left-hander. I did not know he had a brother with the White Sox. It's Kurt Miller again saying Ed Brinkman's brother, Chuck, was a catcher with the White Sox. There's going to be a hitter here for Baldwin with Casanova on second, 1 out. People have come back before. It's going to be Hank Allen, not to be confused with Bernie Allen or Hank Aaron. Okay, let's not mix things up here. This is Hank Allen. Pretty good hitter. So Hank Allen steps in, right-hander facing Stange. Casanova dancing. Looks like it looks like the twist. The pitch from Stange. That's 3-3 right-handed, grounded back to Stange. And he holds Casanova dancing back to second, 2 outs. A miserable ball game. Here's Del Unser. A miserable goddamn game. I put him over here, Mr. Demos. If there was a fourth pitcher for Washington, we put his name here, and we put a colon, and we put how many, all the shit there, in the same order as this. We do it that simply. And you have room for about 3. You could get 4 in there. Here's Unser now. Everyone has their own system. It's 2 outs, Casanova. Now it's the Watusi. Dancing off second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Unser. If he can't get a clutch hit, 3-6, he chops it to first for Scott. And the side is retired. So it's the 7th inning stretch. Oh, how did I get myself into this? Playing Strat-O-Matic, broadcasting every game, not just some. And hey, no problem, Demos. Everybody has their own system. You know, I think I may have known that. Kurt Miller says that Hank Allen is the brother of Dick Allen. And I think I might have known that, yeah. I had forgot about it. I didn't know it very well ever. Here's Barry Moore now, new pitcher. Taking his warm-ups on the mound. He usually starts. Had 25 starts, but he's rested here, and he was used in real world. That way we know it's all right. And Barry Moore finishing up his warm-ups. And Stange will come up. Moore is ready. Here comes Stange now. He's 0 for 2. 5-1 Red Sox. Bottom of the 7th. It's one of those games. Red Sox won at 9-5 in real world. Okay, Moore is ready. The left-hander. And the pitch to Stange. That's 5-8. Chops it to second. Only our second X roll. That's Bernie 324. And that's not Hank. That's Bernie. 324, 5-3. It's a G3 pound. Ignore the pound. E24. That's 8-11. E24 at second. And he boots it. Oh my. Ted Williams trying to keep his composure. It was booted by Bernie Allen. The pitcher, no less. Here comes Sid O'Brien, 1 for 2. He tripled, walked, and scored on the home run by Karl. Yeah, pretty ugly game. This is the time for me to put a pizza in the oven. Oh. And stuff my face due to anxiety. But I'll wait. I will wait as I sit here and suffer, not only because of this game, because of life. It takes a lot of strength, folks, for me to not just completely freak out. Let me just say, it takes so much out of me to be depressed. Let me see what this is. Oh, the Buffalo Bill game is on at 4:30. So Kathy Harden has identified, and is that on the networks? Has identified that's going to be something to watch. And I think there's snow. Oh, Lord, that is something to watch. There, that'll give me CBS. Thank you, Kathy Harden. That gives me something to at least look forward to. Oh, Lord, I'll tell you. Okay, O'Brien is up, facing Moore. Stange on first, nobody out. Thank you very much. Here's the pitch from Moore. That's 6-10. Right-handed, fly ball right. And that's for May to make the catch. And Stange holds. 1 down. Here's Andrews now. Led off the 6th, I'm sorry, with a single. Yaz singled, and then Smith hit the 3-run home run. He has a sacrifice bunt, and he's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch from Moore. That's 6-7. And he grounds it to short. Oh, it's going to be a double play. It's Steady Eddie to Bernie and over to Epstein for the double play. And the side is retired. We've gone 7. It's a 5-1 ball game. I'll tell you, the Senators, Senators need runs. We're going to head to the top of the 8th. Well, about them Cowboys, I don't follow football close enough to know that they had a great offense. They had the best offense, but that's what I heard the pundits say. So it was surprising they were shut out in the first half or so by that score. But look how they came back. But I'm glad. So, yeah, the Pack, I'm glad. I don't know enough about it all. You know, I don't follow it that closely, but I enjoy the playoffs. I enjoy a game like it is in Buffalo. We're going to head to the top of the eighth in just a moment. Well, we'll see soon enough. There are no live cams of it on YouTube, at least. I prefer to see a blizzard. Yeah, demos. I have Strat football, and I started a league. I got the '72 season, and I'm in week 1. I've played about, I don't know how many games, 5, 6, and it's a bit much for me. Not the playing. I can play it. But it's just it's too tedious for me. It's too much work for me just to play it. I used to play it when I was a kid, and I played. The games seemed to go quicker then. I don't know what it is. So it sits here. I have the whole frickin' set. I got it all. And I'm still in week 1. It's posted on my channel page, my homepage of YouTube. It is tough to play solitaire, but it's not as tough as you might think. But of course, it's limited compared if you had a live opponent. It really is limited. Wow, that's wild. Del Unser was on Family Feud. I can't find it on YouTube. I found some other things, of course. Okay, we move to the top of the eighth. It's getting late for the Senators. It's Lee Stange holding the lead, 5-1. And it's going to be May, Big Man, and Epstein. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, here's May to lead it off. May 0 for 3 today. Stange the wind up. And by the way, this is his third endurance inning. and he's fresh. Here's the pitch to May now. 2 Lees. That's 1-7 right-handed. Oh, grounds it to second for Andrews. And there's 1 away. He's 0 for 4 today, Lee May. Now here's Howard, 2 for 3. Even a home run won't do much good. 6-4 right-handed, grounds it to third X. O'Brien, 432. 2-4, S2. E32. 5-9, 5-9-13. 5-9-13, E32. 5-9, E32, 5-9-13. Oh, he boots it! Whoa, it's going to be a single and an error. Woo! Batted a second on that. So big man, and I always wonder how those would look. The error by O'Brien. We'll put big man on second with 1 out. And here's Epstein. Home run can bring him right back in this ball game. It's a 5-1 game. 12 years for Amtrak. No shit. Kurt Miller says Lee May worked 12 years for Amtrak. Here's the pitch to Epstein. 5-12, grounds to first X. Scott is a 111. E11, that's 6-12-16. And he will get a G1 with a runner on second. They will let him go to third and throws out Epstein. Takes it to the bag. And that's 2 away. And here's Ken McMullen. Very, very, very sad. Howard on third, 2 outs. Stange has been something else tonight. Here's the pitch to McMullen. Getting out of shit. 4-7 struck him out. And that is the side. No runs, 1 hit with the error. Left on. "5-1 Red Sox." Here's Moore in his second inning now. Karl leads it off, 2 for 3, 2-run home run, and singled. Came home on it. Smith's 3-run. Okay, here's Moore. Left-handed, lefty-lefty here. Pitch to Karl. That's 6-5 left-handed, fly ball left field. And big man makes the catch, 1 away. And Reggie Smith gets a good hand from the fans. Hit the 3-run home run. And Moore, the pitch to Smith. That'll be 1-7 left-handed, grounds it to second. Bernie Allen throws it over, 2 outs. And here's Rico. If you're looking ahead to the 9th, it'll be Bernie, Eddie, and Paul. Bernie, Eddie, and Paul. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Rico at the plate. 1-9 left-handed. Oh, it's deep by Rico. Oh, Rico. Home run over the left field wall. Doesn't that smarts for the Washington Senators. Rico Petrocelli. 3rd home run today for the Red Sox. Let's look at that again, please. 1-9 left-handed, That's clean as a baby's ass as a home run. And that makes it. Thank you, Joel. These are dog days of a complete Strat-O-Matic replay. Games that really have no relevance to outcome, really. Rico, we think it's his 36th. Oh, Lord help me. It is his 36th home run. I think he hit 40. It's a lot of freaking home runs for a shortstop. And that's before they had a guy like, let me just put him in, Rico, here in the leaders. For Rico, that's 36. He's one behind Horton, two behind his teammate, Karl, who has 38. That was what, before you had people like, what's his name? I forgot his name. I can't believe. A-Rod, or whatever his name was, who played short and hit home runs. For Rico, number, what did I say, 38? Oh, I didn't even look. Number 30. Shit. Number 36. Get it straight, Guterman. Number 36. A lot of home runs. And here comes Tony. Tony had 20 home runs. $103 strikeouts that season. You mean most? Wow, I'd be surprised that it's more than, Howard with only 96 for such a big man who takes big cuts. He learned that, Ted Williams helped him with that. Okay, here's Tony with 2 outs. More the pitch. And that's 4-8 right-handed. And it's a base hit by Tony. A real shit day here for the Washington Senators. Now George Scott. Tony on first, 2 down. And the pitch from Moore. That is 2-8 left-handed. Grounds it to short for Eddie. Over to Epstein, and we're going to the 9th. It was one more run on one more home run, the third of the day for the Red Sox, by Rico, his 36th. We've gone 8. It's 6-1 Red Sox. And Lee Stange has gone all the frickin' way. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes here to continue this ball game. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Indeed it is. Oh, yes it is. Twenty-four minutes at 400. I'm listening to see, I think that's my neighbor moaning. That is so weird. Oh, God. 400. remove the film from the pan. "24 minutes. Okay. Jesus. It's a frozen pizza, people, but it's a different kind. It's DiGiorno, but this is Detroit style crust. This is Detroit style crust, and getting this thing in is a job. Lord. Boy, that is some big pizza. Oh. Well, I got that in the oven. Whoa. Oh. Oh. This thing is freaking not working. God. And it sucks anyway. Shit. Okay, here we go. Lee Stange, in a really great performance. He's allowed his share of base runners, but mostly gotten out of it. It's 6-1. Stange now. He'll face Allen, Brinkman, and Casanova. Here's Bernie to lead it off. Senators down by 5 now. Here's Stange. She's gone all the way. That's 2-9 right-handed. Fly ball right for Tony. 1 down. And here comes Eddie Brinkman. Stange really pitching ball. The stinger pitches to Brinkman. That's 4-7 right-handed. He struck him out. And here comes Casanova, though, who's been his nemesis. He doubled twice off him. With 2 outs, top of the 9th, Senators batting, down by 5. Stange the windup, and the pitch to Casanova. That's 4-9 right-handed. It's hit well by Casanova. And again, he's better off with a double. 3 doubles today for Casanova. Danson at second with 2 outs, and there'll be a hitter for more. Let's see who it's going to be now. Brant Aaliyah came in this game in real world. He'll come in to hit, sure. Here's Brant Aaliyah with 2 outs and Casanova on second. A sad delay of the inevitable. I hate to be so negative, but here's Stange now, trying to get out of it once again, as he has basically all day. Here's from the stretch, the pitch to Aaliyah. 4-9 right-handed. That's hit well by Aaliyah. And that's going to fly out for a 2-run home run. Oh, my. Oh, my, oh, my. A 2-run home run in here in the 9th by Brant Aaliyah. Let's look at it again, please. That was 4-9 right-handed and home run 1-9. He's freaking got the power. And it was a 5. 5, I tell you. And Aaliyah, sadly, it is a 6-3 ball game. Can you imagine that? That home run by Tony? It's a 6-3 ball game. Oh, Lord help me. What the fuck is this? I get alerts from my goddamn city of Fort Lauderdale about the tunnels being closed. There's a sexual predator living in your area, or a sexual offender, you know, all sorts of shit. For Aaliyah, that's number 6. And he's a little bit underperforming. He had 11. And that makes it 6-3. And they're going to keep him in. One more hit or walk, he is fatigued. Whoops. And here's Unser now. 2 outs, nobody on. Stange 1 out away from the win. One 7 right-handed, flies to center. Under it is Smith, and the ball game is over. The final score, Red Sox 6, Senators 3. Well, that does it here, folks, for us here in Studio B, the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. It's another game. This was the second of a three-game series. Boston took the first. They now take this one 6-3. A fine pitching performance by Stange overall. And home runs by Yastrzemski, Smith, and Rico. Brantalia hit the 2-run, but it was not enough. Looking on our schedule, of September 6th, our next game is another snoozer. Chicago White Sox at the California Angels. After that, it's Pittsburgh at Chicago, then Atlanta at Cincinnati. Those are important games. But Chicago at California, another snoozer. Paul Edmondson for the White Sox and Andrew Messersmith for the Angels. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. I'll catch you next time. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Thank you. And thank you for being here and sharing in the misery. Have a good night, everybody.